everybody, welcome back to K&K Crochet. I'm KK.
I'm Kristen.
And today we wanted to share a sleeping whip. As most of you know, I started a project last year. I had hoped to finish it by Christmas. Yeah, whatever. But it's for me, so I wasn't worried too much about it. So you know that I told you all I wanted to make a blanket that was for me. I rarely do that. But I started with this color, and those of you who've been around know that this is the famous Red Heart Spring Green that everybody loves. And so I started on a corner to corner, and I worked and I worked and I worked, and I told you that maybe when I change colors, now when I'm trying to see where my stitch marker is,
it's on the
my
side.
progress keeper.
Oh wait, no.
No, not that. I don't know if I have a progress keeper. I don't. I think I took it out and used it as a stitch marker. So, yeah. But I was way down here before, and now I've added in this color. So I thought maybe once I added in this color, you might know what this is going to be. So that's Red Heart White. And I'm getting ready to add in another color. Hint, hint. But I thought I would show you this first to show you what it looks like. It is Christmas themed. So I love corner to corner stitch. I love the way it looks. I love that you get such detail without doing anything. And if you've never tried corner to corner, give it a shot. You will love this stitch, I promise you. It is really, it's nothing but double crochets and chains and slip stitches. And it's beautiful. And once you get started, you can just work and work and work and work. As long as you're not doing a graph-gan. Now, if you're doing an actual picture in the blanket, then of course you have to stop and look and figure out what comes next. But these are my favorite thing to do, and actually the graph-gans are my favorite to do. I don't like the bobbins, but I love that you can make pictures out of these, and I have several in my head this year that I want to make, or on my list. So I'm hoping that I get to make those. We'll see, right? I have a couple that I have one probably sometime this week, hopefully. I've got one project I want to get off the hook, and then I want to put that one on the hook. So I have finished one this week, and or last week, so I have room for another one, right? I have two whips right now. This is one of two, and so I'm hoping that I can finish the other one and that I can go back. This is going to be long term. It will always be a filler item when I'm working with other stuff. When I need a mind break, I will come back to this and add a row or two. So this might even be this Christmas before I finish it. I don't know. Excuse me. And I don't really care because, like I said, it's mine. And so when it's done, it's done. But I'm working on it to see, a little bit of time. I was so happy to get to this white color because it took me forever. And I thought, oh, am I even going to be able to get there? You know how you get in a slump and you're not sure? So this is my filler blanket right now that I can just sit and crochet on because there's nothing that I have to think about. It's just back and forth the same color. So there it is. There's my Christmas inspired blanket. Let me know what you think it is. We have hunter green, or not hunter green, spring green, Red Heart Spring Green, and Red Heart White. What comes next? What's my next color? And what blanket is this? And if you know, I think there's at least one of you I've told, maybe two. Shh, don't tell them. Let them guess. So there's my stitch marker that I have on there. These things are so awesome because they tell you the size hook that you use, and I've been using these every time this year, and I'm telling you they have saved my behind more times than I can tell you because I forget which hook, especially if I have multiple projects on the go, and especially if they're blankets, because I'm not going to remember from one to the other what they are. So this has the little eye on it, and it's just one of the little light bulb hooks, and so that way I just stick it down on the project somewhere and I know what it is. Just remember, take it off before you wash it. Not that I've had that experience, but yeah. And then I usually put a progress keeper on there so you guys know where I was last time, but this had been so long since I've shown it, I don't know. But then I'm using my little peppermint stitch marker. I love it, love it, love it, love it. If you know, you know. Christmas, Christmas, everything. So that's right there to show where I am. And again, if you haven't tried corner to corner, we had this discussion live the other day. It's so much fun. And I think it's intimidating because to some, it was to me, when you look at that and you think, that looks difficult, it's so easy.
It is easy.
The stitches do the work.
The first blanket I did, like I did a baby blanket with that, with a variegated yarn, I think.
If you see me doing a blanket 9 times out of 10, you're going to see this. You're going to see it corner to corner. I don't like to go back and forth. I did that for the Doctor Who blanket, but I really hate going back and forth. To me, it's monotonous. It is so boring to me to go back and forth. And yeah, you're going back and forth on corner to corner, but you're going, when you crochet in a corner to corner, you're going this way. You're diagonal, okay? So if you look down here, you see this corner to corner. You're going diagonal, up and down. So you're just making these little blocks on top of each other across and all the way up. And so this doesn't bore me because I guess because you see progress much quicker. So you start down here, all the way down here. You start down here on this corner, and so you do the first block, and then you build 2 on it, and then you build 3 on it, and then you build 4, and then you build 5. So by the time you do the 5th one, you've already gotten this far. So it just works up much quicker. Now when you get in the middle, it drones on a little bit, right? Because you got to go, depending on how big your blanket is, you've got to go from one end to the other. So that does take some time. But I love these blankets, and I've made several for my family, and I'm hoping to work on that this year for Christmas if I ever get to that point. That's one of the ones I want to put on the hook. But it's a graph gan, and if you don't like to do pictures in your blankets, that's fine, but I love to. I think it's beautiful. So now when I start working on it, you won't hear me say I love to, because it's tedious. It's lots of little bobbins and little strings that you got to sew in. Like this one only has a couple, but it is what it is, right? To get the beauty, you have to, sometimes beauty is pain, right? I don't know. I just know I really enjoy the finished product. I'm a product crocheter when it comes to graph gans. I like what comes out of it. I don't like the process, but I can suffer through the process to get the beauty in the end. And I may have to take some breaks along the way so I don't get bored and, so I don't get frustrated with having to get it done. But I really, really like these. I will say, make sure you weave in your ends and tie them in good, because there are lots of them. And I usually end up tying mine in a knot and then weaving them in. I do like a surgeon's knot and then weave them in. Let me know if that's what you do when you do corner to corner. Sorry, I have allergies going on right now. Or if you just weave them in and pray they hold, right? I'm finding more and more lately that, not like with multiple projects, I'm learning how to make sure that I worry, even though they probably don't ever come out, I worry that they will. So I'm making extra sure that all my stuff has ends woven in 2 or 3 different ways, or they've got the knot. Sometimes I do the knot and then weave them in 2 or 3 different ways. I just want to make sure that they're secure. I want this stuff to last for a long time. If I put the time, energy, effort, and money into it, I want it to last, right? So let me know below what you think it is. Give me a guess and let me know how you tie in your ends, okay? Don't forget to be kind, because
Everybody else's journey.
bye.
Bye.